Hey guys, so today I thought I'd do a little video about skincare myths. So there's a lot of myths about skincare. A lot of them are half-truths as well. So anyway, so if you think of any good myths, leave them below because there's so many of them. I mean, I could make this video 5 hours long, but anyway, I'm just going to start with the more commonly believed ones or more commonly discussed ones. So the first one is, I love this one. You can treat acne by drying out the pimples with treatments or harsh facial washes. A lot of people used to use toothpaste. I don't know, from maybe the mint they thought would help. But anyway, that's not a good idea. In fact, doing this actually can trigger more oil production and create more acne. Harsh cleansers can also destroy the skin barrier. And if you destroy your skin barrier, you get more breakouts and issues and redness and things like that. So harsh cleansers are not a good thing. And drying out acne does not work. You don't want to do that. So anyway. Okay, next up I've got skin that is dry is actually just damaged. Some people don't believe in dry skin being a thing. And that's just not true. People have different skin types: oily skin, acne prone skin, dry skin, sensitive skin. They're all different skin types. Most of the time, dry skin is just genetics. I guess sometimes it can be where you live can affect it a little bit, and what you use can affect it a little bit. But in general, people just have dry skin as a dry skin type. It's interesting though, damaged skin can look and feel dry at times. So it's important to know the difference and tell what's going on. So I definitely have dry skin. My mom had oily skin. She looked lovely. She looks super young, and I think dry skin tends to age. That could be an interesting one to discuss. I definitely think dry skin ages faster than oilier skin. Okay, next up. So this one is kind of a half-truth, and it might just depend on the individual. But overall, as a rule, eating chocolate causes acne. That's not true. There may be some people where sugar or chocolate or things can cause breakouts and things like that. But as a general rule, I eat a lot of chocolate and I don't have any breakouts. So I ate chocolate ice cream last night, chocolate cake, chocolate. Anyway, so it might depend on the people though, because some people don't tolerate sugar very well and can break out from it. So that kind of is a half-truth. That just, again, depends on the person. So much about skincare is just depends on the person as well. So, okay, next up, this is an interesting one. Using facial oils can cause breakouts and acne. And that's an interesting one because there's a lot of oils for the skin that are non-comedogenic. They're non-acnegenic. They don't cause breakouts. There's some oils like coconut oil that do. So it's important to know the difference between different oils. And again, the same person might be able to use slather coconut oil. I mean, Kopari, that brand came out with just coconut products to begin with. And some people might be able to slather all that over their skin for days and days and days and weeks and not have any issues. And then there might be somebody that slathers coconut oil on and breaks out the next morning. So it depends on the person. It depends on the oil that we're talking about. Like rosehip oil, for example, is a common oil that's known to be non-comedogenic. So that's an interesting one. Jojoba oil is an interesting one because it's very similar to human oil, but it is slightly comedogenic. But again, somebody might be able to use it, and the next person uses it and will break out. So it just depends. For me, like the one, there's 2 ingredients that will do this: squalane, pure squalane. My skin hates. If it's in something, it's okay. But when I use like the Biossance, they have like 100% squalane oil. Yeah, that didn't work well at all. Or hyaluronic acid is the other one for me. I don't know why. Hyaluronic acid isn't even really registered in terms of its comedogenic scale. But for some reason, yeah, that just triggers it for me. Okay, so this is another one that's an interesting one to think about and discuss. And this has kind of been starting to go around more and more. You can use Botox to prevent wrinkles. And I understand the theory of this. So Botox causes certain muscles not to move. And if you don't move them, you won't get wrinkles. However, there's different types of wrinkles that occur for different reasons. So you could probably use Botox and still end up with wrinkles. So it's kind of another one that's like a little bit of half-truth, and there's no investigation of this 40, 30, 60 years down the road. So a lot of it is in theory, and I think some of it is marketing, and they've done a really good job. The company that makes Botox marketing it. There's another reason not to necessarily use Botox if you don't have to, especially if you're like 20 years old, because there are chances you can react from it. And the more often you use it, you might have a reaction to it. And once you have a reaction to it, you can never use it again. So do some digging on that. For some people, maybe it's worth it. When I see my doctor soon, I really want to talk about it for migraines, because I think they do it here and here and here, like for migraines. So I'm really interested in that. I had a friend I saw for lunch, and she loved it for migraines because she was getting them all the time, and I've been getting them a little bit more often. So anyway. So the Botox thing, it's not common, but it does happen to some people where their body reacts to it. And once you do that, you're not going to be able to do it very often or use it again. So, okay. So another one, preservatives are bad for you and your skin. And then there's another one that goes along with that. Chemicals are bad for you. And it's interesting because water is a chemical, and there's any chemical used in the wrong way or in too much is bad for your water. You can die from drinking too much water. It's happened. I think there was like a viral TikTok thing a few years ago where people were drinking like gallons of water and some people died. It throws off your salt and sodium balance in your body. And anyway, it's not a good thing. So preservatives, it's been debunked. I'd rather apply a moisturizer with preservatives all over my face than something that might have mold or mildew all over my face. So preservatives and chemicals, not necessarily bad. Water is a chemical. And another thing, arsenic is natural. So natural also doesn't necessarily mean better. And that brings on my next point. So clean beauty is the way to go. The biggest scam, in my opinion, is the clean beauty scam. It's marketing, 100%. That's all it is. It doesn't mean anything. The term clean isn't regulated whatsoever. It doesn't mean anything. Clean at Sephora, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be good for you or work well for you. It doesn't mean anything. So clean, it's just marketing. And interestingly, in terms of skincare in the U.S. at least, the only regulated term I'm aware of is organic, and organic is regulated by the FDA, and that's why you can't claim something's organic when it's not. That's why Truly Organic, branded Ulta, that's why they're now just called Truly, because they weren't actually organic. And they were marketing themselves as organic when in fact it's just products, overstock products that they buy and repackage and add glitter to. So if there's any brand that, in my opinion, doesn't deserve your money, it's definitely Truly or Truly Organic. They had a big fine to pay. So, okay, a couple more. Dermaplaning causes your hair to grow back thicker, and that's been debunked a ton. I guess there's people that still believe it, and it may appear that way, that your hair grows in thicker, but that's just because it's been blunted. The ends of it have been blunted, so when it starts to grow back, it looks like it's thicker. But if that was true, if dermaplaning or shaving made your hair grow back thicker, every bald person would be doing that, and they'd have lots of hair, and it just doesn't work that way. Oh, here's another one I love. If it's stinging, that means it's working. No. If it's stinging, that means it's irritating your skin, and wash it the heck off. Stinging, burning sensation, not a good thing. Rinse it off. Oh, one more. Okay, you cannot sorry, I was saying it the wrong way. You can open and close your pores by using cold or hot water. Your pores don't open and close. They don't. You might get confused with like the hair cuticle. Like people will wash their hair in warm water and rinse it with cool. Get some shine in. That closes the cuticle and makes it more shiny. You can't do the same for your pores. It just doesn't really work that way. Once your pores open up, they typically don't close back. You can really overdo it with your pores and things like that. So you can't open and close them like you can your hair cuticle. It just doesn't work that way. So anyway, so those are some of my favorite myths and the truth behind them. I'm sure there's more, so leave them below. I love hearing them all. And debunking the ones and some that are half-truths. So anyway, leave a comment. Love hearing from you. And stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thanks so much. Bye, guys.